The movie begins in the thick of an intense conflict. Three ancient warriors are locked in a ferocious battle inside a misty bamboo forest. Nearby, a stunning woman dressed in a flowing red gown and veiled face stands bound to a wooden pole. Her presence is both enigmatic and haunting, leaving viewers to question whether the warriors are fighting to save her or to destroy her. The clash takes a dramatic turn when a towering figure enters the fray. Draped entirely in black armor and mounted on an imposing horse, this is the Black Knight. Armed with a sword so massive that ordinary men wouldn't dare to lift it, he commands immediate attention. The three warriors, previously at odds, unite against this new threat. However, the Black Knight is a force of nature. With unmatched skill and raw power, he deflects their attacks with ease, cutting them down one by one. Just when calm seems to return, a new challenger emerges. A hulking brute even larger than the Black Knight. Donning a grotesque mask fashioned from a human skull, he wields an enormous blade and fights with unparalleled ferocity. The duel between these two titans shakes the bamboo forest. The brute disarms the Black Knight, sending his legendary sword flying, yet even unarmed, the Black Knight proves his mettle. Employing his wit and resourcefulness, he slays the brute using two sharp bamboo spears. But then the scene abruptly changes. The battle wasn't real, it was part of a video game. The Black Knight is merely the avatar of a teenage gamer named Jack Bronson, who sits triumphantly in his cluttered room, basking in the glory of his victory. His celebrations are short-lived as his mom barges in. Jack hurriedly minimizes the game, but his mother already knows what he's up to. Instead of scolding him, she reveals her worries. Her job isn't going well, and they're struggling to make ends meet. If they don't pay their mortgage soon, they could lose their home. Jack promises to help, though deep down he's unsure how. Later that day, Jack takes his bike to the local park, trying to clear his head. As he rides through the trails, pondering ways to support his mother, he is confronted by a gang of bullies led by Trey, a local troublemaker. They taunt Jack and demand he leave the park. Instead of caving in, Jack cheekily throws dirt in Trey's face and pedals away. The gang chases him, but Jack escapes by ducking into the Chinese antique shop where he works part-time. Inside, Mr. Cheng, the shop's wise and enigmatic owner, notices Jack's disheveled state. Understanding the situation, he advises Jack to stand up for himself, but Jack insists he's no match for Trey and his gang. Shifting the conversation, Mr. Cheng asks for Jack's help unloading a shipment of antiques. Before Jack leaves for the day, Mr. Cheng gifts him a mysterious wooden basket from Beijing, calling it a relic of great significance. That night, Jack places the basket in his room and drifts off to sleep. As the moonlight spills through his window, the basket begins to glow. From within, a warrior emerges. Zhao, an imposing figure clad in traditional Chinese armor. Zhao wakes Jack by pressing a blade to his neck, demanding to know the whereabouts of the Black Knight. Jack stammers, explaining that the Black Knight is just his video game avatar. Though baffled by the concept of video games, Zhao decides he has no time to waste. From the basket, Zhao produces a second figure, Su Lin, a radiant young woman whom he introduces as the princess of ancient China. Zhao declares that Jack must protect her at all costs. Before Jack can protest, Zhao disappears back into the basket. Confused and terrified, Jack attempts to understand what's happening, but Su Lin calmly requests food. He scrambles to prepare a meal, only to return and find her fast asleep. The next morning, Jack wakes to the sight of Su Lin practicing martial arts in his backyard. Panicked, he distracts his mother to keep her from discovering the unexpected guest. As the day progresses, Su Lin insists on exploring the modern world. Jack takes her to a shopping mall to buy contemporary clothes, but upon returning home, they're confronted by Jack's mother. Thinking quickly, Jack claims that Su Lin is a Chinese exchange student. His mother reluctantly agrees to let her stay. The peaceful facade doesn't last long. That evening, 3 men emerge from the magical basket and attack the princess. Though a skilled fighter, Su Lin is overpowered while protecting Jack. She's captured and dragged back into the basket. Desperate to save her, Jack follows, plunging into the basket's depths and landing in a mysterious hut. He is greeted by Zhao, who chastises him for failing to protect Su Lin. Their conversation is interrupted by an army of barbarians outside the hut. As arrows rain down, Zhao introduces Jack to the harsh realities of ancient China. With the help of a powerful wizard, who temporarily halts the enemy with magic, Zhao and Jack escape. Thus begins their perilous journey to rescue Su Lin from Arun the Cruel, the barbarian king who plans to marry her and seize the throne. Along the way, Jack faces numerous challenges. An evil witch guarding a bridge, a hailstorm of arrows from hidden enemies, and a crash course in martial arts taught by Zhao himself. Eventually, they infiltrate Aaron's stronghold by allowing themselves to be captured. In a cunning twist, they use their imprisonment to reach Su Lin's chamber undetected. However, escaping with her proves far more difficult. A massive battle ensues, culminating in a final confrontation between Jack and Arun. Against all odds, Jack triumphs, killing the barbarian king and securing Su Lin's freedom. In the aftermath, Su Lin is crowned Empress of China, while Jack returns home through a newly constructed portal. Back in the modern world, he uses his experience to create a new video game, earning enough money to save his family from evictions.